So Grace is wearing a John Galliano newspaper jacket from Dior, and she will tell you everything that you need to know. There we go. Are you ready? So what are you wearing? Oh yeah. Supermodel problems, guys.
Okay. Hi everyone. Of course I'm nervous. Okay. So first of all, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for being here. This is honestly the most incredible moment for Luxury Promise. I am so excited to host this evening. This is Luxury Promise's first ever Catwalk show and also a live show happening. So if by any chance you do fancy purchasing any of the pieces featured on the Catwalk today, if you log on to luxurypromise.com, you can. So I'm going to talk about the jacket that I'm wearing first. This is one of my most favourite collections of all time. This is an iconic collection designed by John Galliano. This was featured in the early 2000s and the Y2K era. The newspaper collection was actually inspired by newspapers found lying on the streets of Paris. It received lots of coverage and was actually featured on Sex and the City Season 3, worn by Sarah Jessica Parker. Her very famous newspaper dress actually recently sold for €15,000. So an incredibly collectible collection. Next up, we have our beautiful Vivian. Vivian is part of our London team. She's a live show host here at Luxury Promise, and she's wearing a Dior oblique pair of trousers and a Dior Addict t-shirt. Now, the Dior oblique was actually designed in 1967 by Mark Bowen. The Dior oblique canvas was used to cover the floor and all of the steps in the Dior house in 1974. In 2000, John Galliano reprised the print, and again in 2018, Maria Grazia Chiuri has interpreted the oblique print again. Looks number 3 and 4 are worn by our beautiful Lima and Jessie, and they are both wearing 2 90s runway puffer jackets. The jacket that Jessie is wearing has actually been seen on Hailey Bieber, who is one of the most iconic supermodels of our time, and the yellow jacket was actually a runway piece worn by the legend Naomi Campbell. In 1983, this is a dozen years after the passing of Mademoiselle Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld became head of the house, and in the following 35 years, he would introduce the 21st century into the jackets using new materials, such as leathers, lurex, sequins, denim, and sometimes even incorporating cement into some of his designs. The incorporation of colour, bold structures and styles was, of course, to empower women. Okay, look number 5. Look number 5 is worn by our beautiful Iman, who is a live show host from Dubai. And she's wearing a vintage YSL blazer. The brand YSL was established in 1961 by Yves Saint Laurent and his partner Pierre. The brand's logo was designed in 1963, and the essential aspect of YSL's aesthetic is actually down to the tailoring design. The unique sewing style used by YSL really does distinguish them from other brands. YSL were the pioneers of the power suits, and taking traditionally masculine items and turning them into a new kind of women's wear. Number 7. Look, number 7. Vivian's just done a very quick change. Oh, it's you, Yen, sorry. It's Yen next, look, number 6. So Yen is from our Dubai team. She's also a live show host. Sorry, Singapore. It's just always in Dubai, Yen. So Yen is part of our Singapore team, and she's wearing a full Fendi Zuka look. The Zuka logo was originally designed also by Karl Lagerfeld in 1965 to describe the brand's fun furs. Now, according to Lagerfeld, he designed the FF Zuka logo in just 5 seconds. And it was originally designed for silk lining of coats, but very quickly became recognisable for outerwear and accessories. You look gorgeous. Look, number 7, here we go. The quick change by our beautiful Vivian again. She is wearing the most incredible 1996 velour tunic dress. as seen on the runway, and also this incredible blazer, and she's paired this with jewellery. Guys, look at this vanity bag. Let's just take a moment for this bag, okay? This is the lovingly called Barbie collection. It was a very Barbie-esque feel. The style was shrunken down, cropped, mini skirts and tiny waists during the 90s. And nowadays it does actually fetch a huge premium, one of the most collectible collections ever. Worn on the runway by the icons such as Claudia Schiffer, and nowadays seen on the likes of Kylie Jenner. Look number 8, we have our beautiful Sophie. Sophie is our social media manager, and she is wearing a Chanel 1992 runway cropped jacket. Karl Lagerfeld definitely modernised Coco Chanel's classic tweed jackets with the cropped finish and those nice, beautiful broad shoulders. This is a collection 28 piece, which is in 1992. And she's also wearing some incredible Chanel jewellery featuring 24 karat gold gilding. Chanel gilded all of their jewellery in 24 karat gold up until 2008, and she's also wearing Gripoir pearls as well, which are actually designed by Madame Gripoir, essentially glass used for her jewellery pieces in this era. Gorgeous. And our final 2 looks, worn by Joanna, who is our head of Dubai. And we have our beautiful Samia, who is our Director of People and Culture, and they're both wearing 1996 Chanel runway suits. Gorgeous, yes. Now, in 1920, Chanel began incorporating tweed into women's wear. Originally, tweed was actually designed for men only, and Chanel actually was quite fond of her lover's clothing at the time, who was the Duke of Westminster, and because of the ease and comfort of her lover's clothing, she formed a liking to wear them. And this actually, in 1925, became the inspo for the first Chanel tweed suit. The set really set the groundwork for what we now recognise as the Chanel tweed jacket. The silk lining, the chain incorporated through the bottom of the jacket to weight the jacket down. They really are beautiful pieces. And you'll also notice Samia's jacket is with silver hardware, and you see throughout Chanel collections towards the late 90s and early 2000s the use of silver hardware more commonly. So thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this.
So, those ladies that have just come up here, I just want to give them a round of applause. And plus, the other amazing people that are behind the screens at Luxury Promise. These girls work tirelessly overnight. They work into the long hours. You guys will also, every live show, everybody who's been in a live show has seen these girls work to midnight. They do red-eye flights, they jump on a live show, and they are the women that are driving this business. As well as the people that you don't see behind the screens, are all the incredible people that are looking at corporate development, like Barney, who hosted this amazing evening tonight. She needs the biggest round of applause. And of course, our ops director here, who literally turned this building around in 7 weeks. And you guys would not be happy if the ladies in the dispatch and the people in photography were not getting those items on the website and out to you guys. Shipping to 56 countries. So I'm incredibly proud of everyone that is part of the Luxury Promise team. Without them, this dream would not be a reality. So thank you guys, and thank you for believing in it as well.